Jefferson, quarterback-wise, they are not going to go with Gunnar Consiglio because of just some other reasons. A little banged up, if you could say that, if you will. But he played well against West Milford, but will not play today. We believe that Jefferson is going to go with the backup freshman quarterback, Jackson Delayed. They may also put Eric Hokenberg in behind center, under center. Delayed has only played football for 3 months in his career. So this is, a player that they're going to have to see him grow and see him learn. But obviously Jefferson on their sideline, and as power sounds here in Wanacue, shades of Kyle Field and College Station out in Passaic County, as the Lancers ready to take the field. These teams have some tremendous traditions. Simone's Rock for Lakeland. The Rock of Wroblewski for Jefferson. And here come the Lakeland Lancers. This team that's going to have a lot of home games coming up. You're going to see us a lot in Wanacue. 4 of the next 5 games will occur right here as Joey Hans and Frankie Sibilla, along with Arbor Rogova, drape flags of the United States, of the Marines, Semper Fi, as the Youth Night 2, it's Blackout Night and Youth Night. The youth team in Ringwood, the youth team in Wanacue. What 2 wonderful towns, Ringwood and Wanacue, who care so much about their athletics. And you could see the burgeoning youth program in both Ringwood and Wanacue. And we thank all of those watching tonight. We've got a bevy of games on Big State Sports. The Battle of Caldwell out at Bonal Field, a place Lakeland has very fond memories of. We have also games going on Randolph and Mount Olive. Mount Olive and Randolph has their senior night, as well as Roxbury up against Sparta. So a lot of different games to come to. And West Mara's trying to go to 3-0 for the first time since 2022. That's our nightcap. Connor Cupid will be on the call from Chester, where the Wolfpack take on Morristown. But here are the rest of these great youth players. Also, when it concerns to division play, Vernon will be in Parsippany to face Parsippany Hills. And now the national anthem will play in Lakeland Regional High School.
To the national anthem, we would like to take a moment to remember all of those who lost their lives 24 years ago on September 11th, 2001, especially Lakeland alum and Lakeland football alum, Christian D. Simone. If we could please have a moment of silence. Thank you. We will now have the Star Spangled Banner from our award-winning Lakeland Lancer Band.
Welcome back to Wanacue. What a stirring and reverent showing of the national anthem. And the moment of silence also for September 11th, which occurred 24 years ago yesterday. The captains for Lakeland, Sibylla Rogova, Hans and Tarot, Schleppner, and then you look at the captains for Jefferson, led by Jason Post. Coach Matt Sakis said, this is one of the best receivers in the state. No holds barred on that. Lakeland has wanted to defer first and show their defense. They lost the toss in week 0, and the Highlanders deferred. They won the toss last week and deferred. So no Lakeland game has a team won the toss and elected to receive. As the referee was talking to Stephen Cruz, one of the captains here for the Falcons.
Jefferson has won the toss
and
defer to the second half.
Jefferson defers. So Jefferson won the toss, and for the second time in 3 weeks, the Lancers will start with the football first, and 3 straight games of the winning team deferring with Lakeland. So this Lancers offense, Hunter Struble, the Emperor, will have a chance to get the football first, and we will see how that goes. Jefferson's got a very strong kicker for their own when you look at things. In Jack Reed, it's his first year as the kicker. 2 extra points attempted, 2 extra points made, and a 30-yarder made in their home opener loss to High Point back in week 0. So he will be the one to kick off Reed. When we talk about the family lines, obviously the Strubles, the Sabricks. As a Jefferson alum, I could tell you a lot of great family lines with the Falcons as well. You look at Connolly, Chris Connolly, a great player. Obviously as a receiver. His older brother Shane was a tremendous defensive end, a great wrestler who ended up going to the University of West Virginia from 2018 to 2022. It will be, as we mentioned, Reed to kick off for Jefferson. So Jack Reed lined up at their own 40, 2 men back to receive, the Wizard Severs and Joey Hans. Both spotted around the 15-yard line. As we await kickoff here in Wanacue, for the first time since week 8 against Passaic Valley last year, it is showtime. It's a good kickoff, and it's Severs. He tries to spin by 1. He's taken down at the 30-yard line, about a 15-yard return, and that is where the Lakeland offense will start. And this drive brought to you by Sesco Contracting. 1st and 10 for Lakeland at the 31. And here is Hunter Struble. He threw a pick last week, but he also threw a touchdown.
Lancers start 3 wide.
As Struble, we'll get you the stats on it in a second. Motion comes, that Severs. Fakes the give to him. It's an outside counter to Hans. Hans breaks a tackle, and he's still going and finally taken down out of bounds. Close to the 40-yard line. It's going to be a 2nd and short for the Lancers. Good run there by Joey Hans. And there was some trickery as you saw Sabrick line up in that set. We know that Ryan McCarney, in the last 2 games they've played against Jefferson, loves to pull out of that 2002 Jefferson playbook and run that. In fact, he got a lot out of it with Jim Matsakis, and he's got a lot of his quarterback, Consiglio, who, as we mentioned, is not playing tonight. We got a stat on that coming up soon, but here we got a 2nd down and short. It's a handoff up the gut. Hans is going to be short, and he immediately is taken down by Coxis, who's a good wide receiver. Chaz Coxis, as well as being helped by Remy Lighty, one of the top defensive tackles for the Falcons. And Struble still out there with Sabrick. Now Severs. Farris checks in along with Post. So this is a very Falcon formation that we see here. This is kind of what Jefferson does. A bunch of wide receivers. Farris and Severs is in the slot. Farris, of course, we mentioned last week, has that big Jefferson connection. Struble stands in the gun. Quick throw over to Severs. Severs breaks the tackle into Jefferson territory. He has been the security blanket for Pasnick and especially Struble last week, and Struble fires a dart over the middle, and the Lancers move the chains. Nice throw out to him. Again, this was the motion. A lot of Falcons go to Hans. They still thought that they were going to run an outside zone counter. No, a quick throw, and Struble, credit him. He's getting the ball out quick. Vanderwert also checks into the backfield as a fullback, hands it off to Hans. Hans trying to go off tackle, and he is slammed in the backfield by Chris Connolly, the man we were mentioning with that Falcons blood. And when they try to run to the outside, they are not getting a lot of yards after contact. Credit Chris Eastman, the defensive coordinator of Jefferson, who also coached indoor track for so many years with the Falcons. I know him personally. He is a very demanding and well-accomplished coach in any sport. Struble steps out of the gun. Struble throws one over the middle. He's got Farris. Farris is going to get close to the sticks. Let's see, as he is taken down by Cruz. It will be third down, but that's a nice play call by Ryan McCarney to get his other slot receiver in. And the big formation comes out. We got Hans, we got Vanderwert, and Thoreau as Sabrick goes to the bench. 8:40 and change to go in this first quarter. Lakeland on their opening drive. Jefferson will receive in the second half. Falcons motioning defensively. Hans in the backfield. Severs mirrors into the slot on a 3rd and 1. Struble backpedals into the shotgun. Severs back in motion. Severs cuts to the outside. Struble, it's a pitch. Toss to Hans. He is going to get close to the sticks, and I think that he got it. It is a first down for Lakeland. So remember, they faced so many third downs last week at Castles Field against the Spartans and had mixed success. Here, 2 for 2 on third down, and this time they're able to move the ball on the ground. Both teams said, even though they like to throw, Jefferson runs the air raid, Lakeland runs the West Coast. We need to be able to run the football. We don't want to be throwing the ball 50 times a game. And we've seen that already on this opening drive for the Lancers. Fakes the give, Struble, quarterback keeper. He looked like he was going to get sacked, but he will push for a positive gain. Credit that, and he was able to slice away from Zach Smith and Jeff Smith. So Lakeland already driving. Ball at the 38 of Jefferson, and they are crunching a lot of clock right now. They're solidifying themselves, and I'll tell you, next week they're going to have to do a lot of that. A lot of clock management, because we have seen their next opponent is West Essex. The Knights like to score a lot. Here is Struble, steps up, fires one over the middle, incomplete, looking for Farris in double coverage, and another play by Coxis. He comes in and knocks the ball out. Nearly picked it, too. I mean, Struble right now, this throw, what he's trying to do is he's trying to pinball a grain of sand into a spider's web right there. But so hard to do between two defensive backs. Another third down now. 3rd and long for Struble. We got flags all over the field and a false start on the Lancers. So back them up. And 3rd and 10. About to be 3rd and 15 for Lakeland. So you begin to think, now what do you do on 3rd down? Maybe you try to dump the ball off. As we were mentioning, the stat line for that man, Hunter Struble, he was 5 of 11 for a touchdown and interception at Sparta last week. And this is his first career start. He's looked pretty good. Struble in the pistol, gets the snap, and they pressure. Post tries to get him, and he does! A great double team sack by Post and Zach Smith. And it'll be 4th down, and Lakeland is going to go into punt formation here with Terrell coming back. But this was a good initial play, but Post does a good job. He runs a swim move off the blocker, Joey Hans. And Struble just isn't able to get out of that pressure. There is one man back for Jefferson. That looks to be Santarpia. High snap, we got flags again. Let's see what this is about. Appears to be a false start. And it is a false start on Lakeland. So it's going to back Terrell even further. But we know Roland Terrell against Governor Livingston attempted a 47-yard field goal and a 42-yard field goal. He was working with Rick Krautman, a former Syracuse kicker, all offseason with Krautman kicking. This is a guy that has a whale of a leg. Here's the punt. It's going to be a looper, and this one is going to take a Lancers bounce inside the 5. Great punt by Roland Terrell, about a 67-yard lance on that one. And now the Falcons are going to have the football inside their own 5-yard line. What a punt by Roland Terrell. I mean, you talk about absolutely lobbing that one down. And here's Jefferson and saying they want to run the football a lot in this game. And we're going to now look and see who's lined up as quarterback. Okay, so they are lining up the receiver. We saw him take a couple snaps. That's Eric Hokenberg under center. Not a natural quarterback, but Consiglio not able to play. They're going to run a jet sweep around the side and taken down inside the 5 after the jet sweep along for Braden Cummings, who's a top-tier rusher. Braden Cummings, a really strong player, but a good play, again, by Hans to take him down behind the line of scrimmage. As, again, that man, really solid running back. Cummings, 3 years varsity, 493 rushing yards last year and 2 rushing touchdowns against High Point. He also hit 10 RBIs for the baseball team last year. Handoff inside and nowhere to go there. And to see who the tailback was. That was Jason Post. They actually ran up the middle. And so it will be 3rd down now. 3rd and manageable for Jefferson. Coxis comes to the outside. But again, they really want to run the ball here, as that man, Hokenberg, is not a player that really can throw. But they are going to try trickery. You see a lot of players coming to the outside. Motion comes in. Hands off now to the outside. Connolly gets taken down viciously. Severs is one of the Lancers along with the stop. And it's going to be 4th down. Short, but with the yardage and the area of the field that the Falcons are on, you would think Jefferson will punt here on 4th and short from around the 15-yard line. They are lined up to go for it here. 4th and about 1. Hokenberg handoff inside. I don't think they got there. It looked short. As Rugova, one of the Lancers on the stop. It's just enough for a first down. So that inside zone carry got right over the top to move the chains, but a really close stop for Lakeland there, but Lancers just don't get the hit behind the line of scrimmage. So now we've got Hokenberg under center. Post in the backfield as well. Hokenberg lost the ball. He's taken down. Lakeland says they have it in the red zone. Terrell is very enthusiastic that he got it, and they did. A fumble recovered by Lakeland. That's all they do, it seems, this defense recovering fumbles. week after week. 2 fumbles recovered for touchdowns 2 weeks ago. A fumble recovered last week. And a muffed snap. Jason Post lost the ball. And an army of Lancers on it. And now Lakeland with an instant opportunity in the red zone, in the Open Road Mazda of Morristown red zone, at the 14-yard line. Struble in the pistol. Hands off to Hans, fakes the throw. Hans goes off tackle, spins, close around the 10-yard line, and they'll mark him down at the 9, and it will be 2nd and short for Lakeland. At the 14-yard line, they got to get to 4. And I would think this is 4-down territory. You really want to score a touchdown here. Especially because if you score anything, you're kicking from the 40, so you don't get to back up Jefferson inside their end zone here. Struble claps his hands, hands it off to Hans. Hans pulling forward. Joey Hans, touchdown Lakeland. Ave Maria, what a run by Joey Hans. His first touchdown since week 0. Well, he was lost in the sauce and somehow found his way through the defense of the Falcons. Post never got to him. A good block on the far side there by Sabilla, who's been really good in this quarter. And Joey Hans goes pay dirt, and Lakeland strikes first. So snap good, hold good. Thoreau's kick. It is right down Broadway. And he is absolutely prolific at extra points. Hasn't missed one all year. We go to break. 2:49 to play in the first quarter. Lakeland 7, Falcons nothing.
Big State Sports.
George J. Keller and Sons want your house to be the kind of home for all to see. Best roofing, windows, siding too. Great solar and gutters, we're here for you. Our seasoned pros are unsurpassed, so give a call, we'll take your task. Transform your home, that's what we do. So give a call, we're here for you. For roofing, siding, windows and solar, we do it all for you. George J. Keller and Sons. Your family-owned operation since 1980. Call for your free estimate.
David Hassagen here from Big State Sports. You're watching Free.
Welcome back to Wanacue, and we welcome you once again to the Mandelbaum Barrett Press Box. Lakeland, a 14-yard drive set up by the fumble and a touchdown run.
Back to receive for Jefferson.
A 9-yard touchdown run by Joey Hans, his second of the season. He scored the 35-yard touchdown run in week 0 in Berkeley Heights against Governor Livingston, which ended up being the go-ahead score. It is taken by Connolly, cuts up at the 15, tries to slice down the sideline. Connolly down the sideline. Connolly looking for a convoy. There goes Connolly. 30, 20, 10, 5, touchdown Falcons. Oh my goodness. What a play. An immediate response by Chris Connolly and Jefferson. That was pretty insane right there. Look at the convoy he gets. Great block on the far side by Colin Ketterer. And then there were 2 Lancers back to get him. Ronan Walker was the last man down and never got to Connolly. And now an extra point attempt coming for Jefferson. So here comes Jack Reed to try to tie this game. I think they could have caught Lakeland moving, and if they did, does Jimmy Matsakis want to go for 2? They got him offside. Now, do you try to run this in and take the lead? There's a possibility. Remember, as we said in the open, Lakeland has outscored Jefferson 83-28 in the last 2 games, not counting this one. The kick is up, and it is no good. Wide left. So after Reed, who had not missed an extra point or a field goal, misses the first extra point of his career, it is 7-6. So the Lancers hold the lead with 2:31 to go in the first quarter. We'll take a quick break, and we'll be back. Jefferson scores an 85-yard kickoff return for a touchdown by Chris Connolly. We'll take a quick break, and we'll be back on Big State Sports. Let's take it.
Garden State.
At Workhorse Sports Performance in Sparta, we specialize in delivering a positive and influential training experience. We use proven methods that help enhance speed, strength, agility, conditioning, and much more. Call us at 973-579-2963 to schedule your evaluation.
NIL deals mean opportunity, but also risk. Don't face it alone. Lyons & Associates reviews, negotiates, and protects your contracts so you can...
Welcome back to the Mandelbaum Barrett press box. It is 7-6 Lancers after the extra point went wide left. It is now Severs. Severs is going to go up the middle. Chase Severs. Here comes the Wizard of Wanacue Place. A great return. And Lakeland is going to have the ball in good position, but a flag comes very late. Let's see what that's about. Might be a sideline warning maybe, because it came close to the sideline. We're looking at it. Okay, so I think they're calling a side, yes. They're gonna call a sideline warning on the Lancers, but they're not going to penalize them. The next time, that would be, I think, 15 yards. Thoreau was ready to jump on the field, and he can't do that. A referee didn't whistle it dead yet. Even though Severs' knee was down, a referee has to whistle it. He has to, clear his hands. He had not done that at that point. 2:23 to go in the first quarter, 7-6. Lakeland, an offensive touchdown thanks to Joey Hans. And Jefferson, a special teams return touchdown thanks to Chris Connolly. Struble in the shotgun. Motion comes. Goes to the screen. Looking for Stoker. Stoker up to midfield. And a good gain by Aiden Stoker. And Lakeland now in Jefferson territory after a nice run by Stoker. Moves the chains for the Lancers. Let's take a look at that again. Nice throw over to Stoker. Stoker getting some yards after catch, and Lakeland now in Jefferson territory. On a fairly active first quarter, Lakeland scored 50 points against the Falcons last year, 50-28. They scored 33 2 years ago. Both of those games were in Oak Ridge. This is the first in Passaic County in a couple years. It's going to be a quarterback keeper, RPO. There goes Struble. And a nice run for him. The Emperor showing his stuff and just slicing up the C-gap. Nice play by the young sophomore quarterback, Struble. And it's going to be 3rd and short in what, in my opinion, is 4-down territory with the way that this game has gone. Post lined up in the bottom of your screen. In coverage on him is Caden Consiglio, the sophomore, the younger brother of the starting quarterback who's not playing in this game. It's going to be another RPO. There goes Struble. And Struble taken down inside the 25-yard line. Lakeland very close to the Open Road Mazda of Morristown red zone. What a run by Struble. This RPO stuff, he is coming there like a Mack truck slicing through on Route 23. What a run. What a run by that man. And he bowls a flock of Falcons along with him, led by Charles Pascas. Severs lines up in motion. Ball just outside the red zone in what may be the final play, what likely will be the final play of this first quarter. Lancers 7, Jefferson Falcons 6. And what can Eastman's defense do here? Struble in the pistol. Steps up, fakes the give. Here he goes again. Gets a block. Struble to the 10, 5, touchdown! The Emperor strikes back. Touchdown, Hunter Struble. What a play! Oh my word! Holy singing snakes, that was unbelievable by that man, Hunter Struble, who scores his first rushing touchdown of his career. He had a passing touchdown last week in Sparta. He's got a rushing touchdown, and it's 13-6 in favor of the Lancers. Snap good, hold good, kick is on its way, and it is right down Broadway. Rick Krautman's disciple is nothing more than perfect on extra point as Arbor Ragova celebrates. 6 seconds to go in the first quarter. We're going to stay here in this wild first quarter. It is 14-6, an 8-point lead for Lakeland. And that was led by that quarterback, Hunter Struble. And listen, Ryan McCartney said, nobody's fully won this job. I expect Eddie Pasnick to be ready for anything that goes his way. But that sophomore, Hunter Struble, let's take a look at this run again. They bit on the run by Hans. And boy, he just outsped Cruz, breaks the plane before the ball comes out. That was a phenomenal run by Hunter Struble. And you saw him throw and run last week. Clearly, the Emperor does not wear new clothes. He's been prolific. And his first career start, too, which is, yeah, it doesn't happen. That's not something that you see often. Thoreau lined up. He will boom this one away. Cruz back to get it, and he's going to let it go in the end zone. Ryan McCartney told us he expects usually 5 to 6 touchbacks a game, if possible, for Roland Thoreau. Well, that's number one, and we're not even out of the first quarter yet. And this will be the final play, barring a penalty, before we get to the second quarter. Remember, Jefferson is receiving to start the second half, and Lakeland assuredly wants the Falcons to give the ball back without scoring here. Post comes into the slot, now goes back to the top of your screen. Cruz is in the slot. They have safeties lined up in the slot now, and it's going to be a handoff up the middle and a nice run by Consiglio. And that actually was Cummings, excuse me. And it will be second down, but not until we get to the second quarter. After the end of one, Lakeland 14-0, 2 rushing touchdowns, one by Hans, one by Struble, and Jefferson 6, thanks to an 85-yard kickoff return for Chris Connolly. We'll be back for the second quarter in Wanacue as they change fields. Lancers 14, Falcons 6.
Tired of tired floors? At Washington Floors, we're a family-owned business in Washington, New Jersey. From cozy carpets to stunning hardwoods, we've got your floor covered, literally. Fully insured, fully trusted. Call Washington Floors today at 908-989-0111. Again, that's 908-989-0111.
Welcome back to the Mandel Barrett Press Box, and we want to thank once again Vision General Construction. Our mission is to provide a comprehensive construction service that will always exceed our customers' expectations. Competitive pricing, on-time delivery, seamless coordination, and attention to detail will be key on every job we put our name to, as well as the Lakeland Fifth Quarter Club, which wants to thank the 2025 sponsors, Sam's Bar and Grill, as well as Il Palazzo for being our Lancer sponsors, Eric and Eric Affican Investment Advisor, and Sesco Contracting. Sesco Contracting. Now here we go with a second and manageable for the visitors. And Lakeland says there was movement on the offensive line, and there was. It's a false start against Jefferson. I think they got Lighty moving. It may have been the whole offensive line, as they'll mark him right around the 21-yard line. Only 4 men at the line of scrimmage, including a defensive back, and that play is going nowhere. What a hit to pop him back. Vanderwood, I believe, and there is a player down for Lakeland. We're going to take a quick break on Big State Sports.
For years, it had been the same routine, working all night. Ah, those beautiful faces. I wanted more, for me, for them, for our futures. There was this day that something changed, a simple moment of dress-up. It opened my eyes.
Take charge of your future and go big at CCM.
Welcome back to the Mandelbaum Barrett press box. That was star defensive tackle Arbor Ragova making his way out to the sideline. We're hoping he'll be okay. Obviously a guy you want for the whole season, offers from Monmouth. And this guy tough as an ox. Nice throw to the corner, and making his way to the sticks is Jason Post, as that is the first career pass completed and thrown by Eric Hulkenberg. So a nice throw over the middle. As you see the protection.
First and 10 at the 34-yard line.
And that nice catch by Post, as we mentioned. And Post had a touchdown last week. The only catching touchdown so far against West Milford. Their only score of the game. There's a flag down, and Cummings goes nowhere. Vanderwert, one of the Lancers on the stop. Let's see, maybe this is a hold. Referee's going backwards. So this is a false start on Jefferson. So that'll mark them backwards and put the ball right around the 28-yard line of the Falcons. 11:07 to go in the first half. It's 14-6 Lakeland. Blackout has been prolific here. Here's Hulkenberg. Hulkenberg throws a corner route. He's got Post again. Post sliding forward for a good gain. So 2 straight catches by Jason Post, the one guy that Lakeland's really afraid of and the one guy that Jefferson really wants to get going. As Lakeland's Post comes in, Zach Post. We'll be saying Post a lot. Zach is 12 in red and white. In white, 4 is Jason Post. We'll try to use the first names as much as possible for those watching this broadcast. And if you like this broadcast, email Sue at BigStateSports.com. Here's Cummings up the middle. He surges forward close to the 40-yard line as Lakeland tagged up to get him, and now Sabilla, one of the Lancers that led the stop. And Reinhardt, who is a strong player, also in the A-gap, but it will be a 3rd down for Jefferson. Jefferson trying to get into plus territory. They've scored a touchdown, but they have not been really in Lakeland's territory, and they trail by 8. Hulkenberg in the shotgun. Hulkenberg claps his hands, hands it off inside. There's Cummings. He loses yards. Thoreau with a great hit in the backfield, and it is likely to be a Falcons punt. It's 4th and short, so Jefferson could go for it. We'll see what happens, but Hans gets off the block from post, which, remember, he had a problem doing earlier. And Cummings goes nowhere, and they are going for it here. Safety package comes through. 4th and 3 for the Falcons. Hokenberg in the shotgun, Cummings in the backfield. Motion comes by Connolly. They give it to Connolly. Connolly breaks a tackle. Connolly is going to get close to the marker. I think he got enough. He did. So Chris Connolly moves the chains. And a flag is down. So that might not be a first down yet for Jefferson. Let's see what the flag's about. Looks like a hold possibly on the Falcons. There's Matt Sakis speaking to his offensive lineman led by Noah Scherzer. And yes, actually not a hold, but too many men on the field for Jefferson, and now they're going to be lined up to punt. So instead of a first down for the Jefferson Falcons, they're lined up to punt here. Severs lined up at the 40. This is an opportunity for Lakeland here, and they understand it. 8:40 and change to go in this second quarter. High rising. This almost blocked. It's a high riser, and instead Chase Severs is going to fair catch this ball at the 39-yard line. So Jefferson did their job. It didn't get blocked. It wasn't returnable, but it's still pretty good field position for Lakeland, who will now have the football here. And we thank those for watching us here on Big State Sports all over the world, all over Wanacue. And if you are watching this from Wanacue, if you're watching it from Jefferson, if you're affiliated with any way, I like our good friend Danny Weiss, someone who will read text on the air. So text 973-222-8258. That's 973-222-8258 if you want to get your text read on air. As it's incomplete, it goes over the head of Zach Post, who is trying to run a fade route. But yes, text that, and I'll read your text on the air about either team or whoever you're checking in for. So I'd love to do that as the game continues to go along. As Thoreau is going to check in. And Arbor Ragova is back on the field, and Ragova looks to be in chipper shape. And we'll see how that will end up for him in this offense. Lakeland lined up on a 2nd and long, ball on their own 38. Struble in the shotgun. He has done well at running the football. He is going to hand it off to the outside for Joey Hans. A good run by Hans. He crosses the 45, and now it's a 3rd and manageable for the Lancers, and he ran right over Cruz. Well, it is Joey Hans who goes into cruise control, running over the aforementioned DB of Jefferson, and going through Lighty as well. Thoreau checks out, Severs back in. Watch that man, number 4 in red. He's caught both touchdown passes, one from Pasnick, one from Struble in the previous weeks. Today it's 2 rushing touchdowns and a return touchdown for Jefferson, 2 rushing touchdowns for Lakeland. Here's a 3rd down. Struble throwing high. It is caught by Post. Zach Post pushing a flock of Falcons through, and it will move the chains for Lakeland. So a nice throw and a nice catch by Zach Post, who's another accomplished receiver here in the 4 horsemen. I mean, this guy really can move with physicality. I mean, he gets hit by Coxis, and he's still moving his feet. 7:20 and change to go in the first half. 14-6 in favor of Lakeland, and they're driving, faking the give. Struble over the middle of the field, caught by Thoreau, breaks a tackle, and Slepner taken down around the 15-yard line. What a catch by the big tight end, Roland Thoreau, his first catch of the year, his first career catch, and it's beautiful. That play action fake, Jefferson bit like a tiger on a heap of raw meat. What a throw over to Thoreau, and Thoreau somersaults to move the chains. Lakeland in the open road Mazda Morristown red zone. Here's Struble throwing to the corner. He's got Thoreau again. Thoreau slams the ball inside the 10. Look at that athleticism. Boy, shades of Antonio Gates right there. What a move by Roland Thoreau. And he slams the ball to move the yardage. And Lakeland right now is humming. 6:25 and change to go in an extremely fruitful drive. At the top of your screen, Zach Post. At the bottom, Sabrick. Stoker in the backfield. Here's Struble stepping up, throwing high. It's caught. Did he break the plane? Touchdown! It's the Wizard, Chase Severs. 3 consecutive games with touchdowns for the Wizard of Wanacue Place. What a throw by Struble. My goodness. This kid is 15? I can't believe it. It's unbelievable. This sophomore, this superstar sophomore, Hunter Struble, and it is now 20-6 as Thoreau back to kick. He has been absolutely incredible on special teams, and in this drive, his kick is blocked. So the first miss of the year, although that's not a shank, it's just a block by Jefferson. So it's 20-6 in favor of Lakeland, and Jefferson will get the football. 6:06 to go in the first half. They're getting the ball to start the second half. But what a drive there, especially led by Roland Thoreau, and Hunter Struble with a passing touchdown and a rushing touchdown has been nothing short of incredible in this game as Lakeland lined up to kick here. We should be underway now, by the way, as we'll have our whole score update and all that stuff on Big State Sports. Definitely should be underway in Parsippany, between Parsippany Hills and Vernon. Dan Cleary on the call from Parsippany. The Clash of the Vikings, if you will, in that one. Vernon 1-1, and Parsippany Hills has not won a game. They lost by a point 2 weeks ago against Roxbury, and they lost 25-7 last week in the home opener for Mendham. And Lakeland, one of a couple schools that are having their final home openers, their first home openers. The other one on our air, actually, Roxbury. Shane Dunn will have the call from Succossata. They take on Patriot Red. Here comes Cruz down the sideline. Cruz gets a nice block, gets by Thoreau, tries to slice by Severs. There is Cruz. Here goes Cruz inside the 15. To the south side, Stephen Cruz. What a return. Another long return for Jefferson. A lateral from Connolly to Cruz, and it puts Jefferson right there into the red zone, presented by Sesco Contracting. Well, the Falcons needed that, and that's been Lakeland's only bane. Been these long returns.
The ball will be spotted at the 20 for Jefferson.
Lakeland's offense hasn't committed a turnover. They've scored a couple touchdowns, 3 to be exact. But these long returns have really helped Jefferson. Hockenberg under center. And he's going to hand it off to Cummings, who barrels his way through. One of the best wrestlers, and a kid that was a freshman on the team that went to a state championship 2 years ago and lost to Rumsden Fairhaven in wrestling in Group 2. So he's a really strong wrestler. He's a great baseball player, and he's one heck of a tailback. Hockenberg under center. Hands it off to Cummings, and he has barreled down Thoreau, one of the guys who's had an awesome game. Roland Thoreau has been really strong in this game, and he knocks Cummings back. It's going to be 3rd down for the Falcons. Inside 5 minutes to go in the first half, and we're going to have the cheerleaders, we're going to have the band here in Wanacue, and we're going to have a lot of this, as I said, down the stretch with yours truly doing these Lakeland games as Arbor Rogova pile drives one of the Jefferson captains, the center, Noah Scherzer. And that's going to be offside. A penalty on the Lancers. And that will make it first and goal. First and goal. And a step. Fumbled. Cummings dropped on it. Hockenberg lost the ball. It went off his hands. It went down to the turf. But a heads-up play by Cummings, who's been really strong in this game. He jumps on the football. And so Jefferson retains possession. Just a loss of yards on first and goal. It'll be second and goal. Remember, no one has spent any timeouts in this game. Hockenberg in the shotgun. Rogova steps out at the left guard. Left tackle, excuse me. Hockenberg, he's going to go a quarterback keeper, and he is bottled up beautifully by Nick Napovier, the 5'7", 150-pound senior who packs a punch. And look at Napovier, he reads that correctly. That is an Oklahoma drill, ran to perfection. Credit the defensive coaches at Lakeland.
Third down and goal.
McCormick, who's a great coach who won a state championship 15 years ago for Lakeland. Credit him as the DC for doing that. They fumble the ball again. Hockenberg picks it up, but he is wrapped up, sacked by Joey Hans, and it's fourth and goal. So 2 fumbles recovered by the Jefferson offense, but Lakeland's defense has been there. And so after the long return by Cruz, Lakeland is not giving up an inch. You give an inch, they take a mile. Well, the car doesn't have any gas right now for Jefferson. We'll see what they can do. Cummings comes back out in the backfield. They may try to draw Lakeland off. It would still be fourth and goal, but get him to shorter yardage. They're not. It's Hockenberg. He lofts one to the end zone. It is caught. Taken out of bounds. Incomplete. No flags. He was looking for Post, and Lakeland take over. Post was an inch away from toe tapping.
Pass was caught, but out of bounds by Jason Post.
Jason Post makes a tremendous catch. You're looking at it. Yeah, he just got those feet out just at the last second. Referees are still conversing. I don't believe a review is in that. No, it's not. So they used to do that, actually. In the 2022 season, they had a review off of, I think, NJ.com and a couple others, but they took that away. It was too much. Severs gets to play off the screen. Severs spins, and he's taken down by a bunch of Falcons led by Charles Pascas, and a timeout taken. Timeout taken, I believe, by the Lancers.
Jefferson.
No, it's taken by Jefferson. So Jefferson takes their first timeout with 2:27 to go in the first half. We'll take a quick break and we'll be back on Big State Sports.
This is George Muha, and you're watching Big State Sports.
Here at Open Road Cadillac, everybody gets treated just like family. We always make sure we find the right car for you.
The 2025 Cadillac Lyriq, now for the limited time price of only $529 a month. Open Road Cadillac of Morristown in Florham Park, New Jersey.
Welcome back to the Mandelbaum Barrett press box. Jefferson just took a timeout. So that's a big deal there. Struble in the shotgun. Motions again. Throws the screen. He's got a man, Stoker, down the sideline, and he quickly jumps out of bounds. So Lakeland's trying to conserve a lot of clock too. And it'll be a first down for the Lancers. 2:21 to go in the first half. Jefferson receiving to start the second half. We were briefly told by the officials they respotted the ball short. Now they say first down. So it is a first down. It's a first down. But remember, excluding the NFL and the CFL, it is always 15 yards on pass interference. Only the National Football League and the Canadian Football League use spot fouls. So it is a 15-yard penalty against Jefferson. And did we just get a penalty on Lakeland? Why is Lakeland moving backwards? There must have been a flag also on Lakeland. That's the only thing. They must have offset. We missed it, but that must have been what it was. Terrell comes in motion.
Struble rolling out to his right. Keeps it himself. Minimal gain. Not enough to get out of bounds. Clock continues to run.
A lot of good gain.
In the first half. Gain of 2.
And that is a solid gain for Lakeland. Give a correction if my words were mixed up. Chase Severs, I believe I said he was a junior. If I was a super sophomore, I was referring to Struble. I believe I said Struble when I was talking about sophomores. But if my names are mixed up, and I apologize about that, Joey Hans is taken down after a minimal gain.
Pushed out by Connolly.
Clock continues to run with a minute and change left in it.
1 minute left in the first half. Third down, Lakeland. Struble.
Shotgun snap to Struble. Struble airs one out. He's got post inside the 45-yard line. And so a good gain as a timeout is taken by Lakeland, their first, with 54 seconds to go in this opening half, with Lakeland up 20-6 and driving. And there's the catch by Post that we just mentioned. So we'll see what Lakeland wants to do as they continue to drive the football here. But yes, I was mentioning after he made the run, and we're talking about the touchdown, that Struble was a sophomore and he was playing really good. A great throw by the sophomore. Again, I may have misspoken my excitement. It's very exciting here, but I may have misspoken my excitement and said Severs when I meant to say Struble. If I didn't, then that happened, and if I did, again, I apologize on that. But yes, Chase Severs is a junior. Struble is a sophomore. So, any corrections? I wanted to take that out as well. We love doing games at Lakeland. Here's Struble, throw into the corner. It is caught. What a grab by Post. Zach Post going up the corner, and a great catch over the shoulder. Shades of Mario Manningham on Jaden Loran. What a catch by Zach Post. And this is a mammoth throw by Struble.
First down, Lakeland.
Struble in the gun, fakes, throws into the end zone, incomplete. Looking for Terrell. And it just went over his hands. A nice throw there, but it'll make it second down after they had him. 31 seconds to go in this first half. Still 20-6 in favor of Lakeland.
So ball right around the 15-yard line. He's second down and 10. 31 seconds to go in the half.
So 2 timeouts They have plenty of time to run here. Struble in the shotgun. Takes the snap. Struble, good pocket, good pocket. Throws it to the end zone, high, incomplete. And we got a late flag after Struble was knocked down hard behind the line of scrimmage. And 25 seconds to go in the first half. See what the penalty's about. And it's a legal man downfield on Lakeland. So they had the play for a touchdown. They missed that, and now they're backed up to the Jefferson 21-yard line. 2nd and 10. Got to get to around the 5 for a first down. Now they have 25 seconds left. They have 2 timeouts. They have plenty of opportunities here. Struble in the gun. Hands it off to the outside, and he'll go himself, and he gets a solid gain. And a timeout taken once again by Lakeland. So 19 seconds to go in this first half, and now a 3rd down for Lakeland. And again, we'd like to thank our friends at Vision General Construction. Our mission is to provide a comprehensive construction service that will always exceed our customers' expectations. Competitive pricing on time delivery, seamless coordination, and attention to detail will be key on every job we put our name on. And the Lakeland Fifth Quarter Club would like to thank some of our 2025 sponsors. Thank Sam's Bar and Grill, as well as Il Palazzo, for being our Lancer sponsors. And Eric Afakan, Investment Advisor, and Sesco Contracting. And once again, Blue Nail Exteriors will be our player of the game. And if you like this broadcast, please subscribe to Big State Sports on our YouTube channel and hit the notification bell. Book your game with Big State Sports now. Email Sue at bigstatesports.com. It's crunch time, powered by Top Mental Games. Struggling with confidence, inconsistency, and playing scared and tight? Learn how to unlock your potential and perform at the best when it matters the most with Top Mental Game. Get the same tools that professional athletes use. As Struble arcs one to the corner, it is incomplete. Looking for the junior Severs as he was crossing close to the pylon, and now a 4th and 10. A great play there, as once again, as we mentioned, it is crunch time, powered by Top Mental Games. Struggling with confidence, inconsistency, and playing scared and tight? Learn how to unlock your potential and perform at your best when it matters the most with Top Mental Game. Get the same personalized tools that professional athletes use to play with confidence, increase resilience, and build a champion's mindset. Visit topmentalgame.com to schedule your free consultation. Snap good, hold good. Here's Thoreau. This kick is no good. Wide left. And it was a fairly long field goal. He has yet to hit one all year, but Jefferson is able to survive on that defensive drive where Lakeland thought they had a real opportunity to score. But we got 7 seconds left in the first half. And we shall see what Jefferson wants to do offensively. I think take a knee here. I mean, you're down 20-6. You've played solid defense. You've gotten some good returns. It's just been the 2 option of the quarterback, but they're lined up like they want to set some play here. There's a single back safety right at midfield. Remember, Jefferson's getting the football to start the second half, and their big weapon has been the return. Shotgun snap, it's Hokenberg. Hokenberg airs one to the corner. It is incomplete, and that will end the half. Lakeland will be kicking off to start the second half. Jefferson will be getting the football back. They've had their moments, but the Falcons do trail. It is Lakeland 20, Jefferson 6. We'll be back with halftime entertainment right here on Big State Sports.
Lakeland football.
Athletic Fields of America in Montville, New Jersey has become an industry leader in synthetic turf. Serving the greater New York, New Jersey, and Eastern PA regions, we have delivered hundreds of both synthetic turf and natural grass sports fields for youth and recreational levels, all the way up to the highest standards and requirements of the NCAA. Our goal with every project is to provide our customers with exceptional workmanship, extraordinary service, and professional integrity while constructing a superior product that you can enjoy for years to come. Visit athleticfieldsofamerica.com.
Hey parents, Anchor Golf and Recreation is now registering full and half-day golf camps. Anchor Golf Day Camps are designed to teach children fundamentals of golf. To register your child for golf camp, go online and click the registration tab at anchorgolfcenter.com. Anchor now has 4 dedicated outdoor lighted pickleball courts. Call to reserve your court today. Check out Anchor's 18-hole miniature golf course with new features. It's fun for the whole family. Anchor Golf and Recreation offers so much more. Call or see us at anchorgolfcenter.com.
At Open Road Acura of Wayne, shop our full lineup of the latest Acura models, including the 2025 Acura MDX, now $459 a month. Find the new Acura you've always wanted at Open Road Acura of Wayne on Route 23 in Wayne, New Jersey.
Here at Open Road Mazda of Morristown, we strive to provide a stress-free, knowledgeable, positive buying experience. No matter your budget, we'll find the right car for you.
Drive home the 2025 Mazda CX-50 for just $229 a month.
Check us out for yourself.
This broadcast is made possible by K&K Electric, a proud supporter of Lakeland Athletics. We are your licensed, bonded, and insured hometown electricians, keeping the community powered. Mandelbaum Barrett PC Attorneys at Law provide you with a 360-degree approach for your personal and business.
Your 2025 Lakeland Lancer cheerleaders.
Support and innovation. You can rely on Mandelbaum Barrett. Visit us at mblawfirm.com.
KJM Financial, helping families navigate the college application and financial aid process since 1988. Visit njcollegeguy.com to schedule your free consultation today. Struggling with confidence, inconsistency, and playing scared? Learn how to unlock your potential and perform at your best when it matters the most with Top Mental Game. Your talent sets the floor. Your mindset sets the ceiling. When the moment comes, will you be ready?
This is Christian Copeland, broadcaster for Big State Sports, and you're watching high school football right here on YouTube.
Hi, I'm Barry Farber, and I'm so excited to bring you the new special edition hardcover copy of The Adventures of Little Billy in Search of the Magic Tree. Scan the code below and learn more about that adventure.
David A. Santini, CPA LLC, providing financial peace of mind. Let us take the stress out of taxes for you too. Peace, love, and taxes.
I'm Arbor Agova from Lakeland High School, and you're watching Big State Sports.
I'm Jason Post from Jefferson Township, and you're watching Big State Sports.
Go ahead, take a deep breath. Oh, nice, huh? That's some clean, fresh air at the perfect temperature. That is good. Who installed the system? ICS. They're the leaders in HVAC. They make the ductwork at their own factory, so we even save some money. That's impressive. You recommend them? It's ICS for HVAC. I see why. Hey, Lorraine, go get a big plastic bag. Take some air home with you.
Climate Care has covered the cost so viewers like you can enjoy this broadcast for free.
This is Joey Hands. Hope you're enjoying Lakeland football on Big State Sports.
Blue Nail was superior in almost every aspect. We worked with contractors for almost everything in the firehouse, and Blue Nail really made us feel comfortable all the way through, from the contract to pre-planning to scheduling, getting the job done. We are thrilled that they were able to do the job for us.
This broadcast is free to watch for all viewers thanks to Sparta Pet Shop and Spa.
Green Home Solutions is a huge supporter of Big State Sports and the New Jersey High School student athletes.
I'm Steven Cruz, I'm from Jefferson Township, and you're watching Big State Sports.
Don't wait, your dream ride is waiting at Garden State Harley-Davidson. From Harley legends to rugged CF Moto off-road beasts, the season's best selections here now, Route 10 East Morris Plains.
Provide your team or athlete with quality trophies, medals, plaques, and awards with Performance Trophy and Medals of Randolph. Call us today at 973-989-8775.
This game is brought to you by Aaron Mizzarelli of State Farm in Randolph. My licensed and experienced team members are here to serve you for all of your insurance and financial service needs in New Jersey and New York. We offer excellent customer service, and our office is conveniently located in Randolph, New Jersey. For a free auto, home, life, or business quote, visit us at aaronmizzarelli.com or call us at 973-389-9999.
Also, once we get to like week 3, week 4, Randolph's already have a seat. The rest of the senior nights and all that stuff. Do you know, they pull off all these, you know, we use the whole field, it's senior night and celebration. You didn't do the West Wilford did last year. West Wilford, they had Lakeland go on the field and do their band, and then West Wilford did their band, and they did their band together, and there was all the 4 games. And then they had halftime show to do the same thing.
One more.
Big State Sports.
George J. Keller and Sons want your house to be the kind of home for all to see. Best roofing, windows, siding too. Great solar and gutters, we're here for you. Our seasoned pros are unsurpassed, so give a call, we'll take your task. Transform your home, that's what we do. So give a call, we're here for you. For roofing, siding, windows, and solar, we do it all for you. George J. Keller and Sons. Your family-owned operation since 1980. Call for your free estimate.
David Hassagen here from Big State Sports. You're watching free coverage of the best high school athletes across the Garden State.
At Workhorse Sports Performance in Sparta, we specialize in delivering a positive and influential training experience. We use proven methods that help enhance speed, strength, agility, conditioning, and much more. Call us at 973-579-2963 to schedule your evaluation.
NIL deals mean opportunity, but also risk. Don't face it alone. Lyons & Associates reviews, negotiates, and protects your contracts so you could focus on winning on and off the field.
Tired of tired floors? At Washington Floors, we're a family-owned business in Washington, New Jersey. From cozy carpets to stunning hardwoods, we've got your floor covered, literally. Fully insured, fully trusted. Call Washington Floors today at 908-989-0111. Again, that's 908-989-0111.
Welcome back once again to Wanacue, to the Mandelbaum Barrett press box. Once again, since 1930, Mandelbaum Barrett PC has been a trusted legal partner for all of life's biggest plays, from business deals to personal matters. Our experienced attorneys provide hands-on attention and innovative solutions. For nearly a century, we've built enduring relationships across diverse industries. Whoever you are, whatever your legal need, and whether it's personal or professional, Mandelbaum Barrett PC is on your team. Learn more at mblawfirm.com. Once again, presented by Open Road Mazda of Morristown and Vision General Construction. Our mission is to provide a comprehensive construction service that will always exceed our customers' expectations. Competitive pricing, on-time delivery, seamless coordination, and attention to detail will be key on every job we put our name on. The Lakeland Fifth Quarter Club would like to thank some of our 2025 sponsors. Thanks Sam's Bar and Grill, as well as Il Palazzo for being our Lancer sponsors, and Erkin Eric Afakan, Investment Advisor, and Cisco Contracting. Also, the Lakeland Fifth Quarter Club sponsors our halftime score update. We'll start with the Big State games. They're in the third quarter late. 20-0 Garfield beating Leonia. 46-0 at the end of the third quarter. Voorhees all over J.P. Stevens. 24-14 late in the fourth quarter. Bridgewater Raritan, who have been unbelievable, are up by 10 over Morris Knowles. By the way, 20-6 Lakeland here. Of course, Lakeland will be kicking off Jefferson to get the football back, and their special teams have been prolific. 14-7 midway through the third quarter in High Point. The Wildcats lead Kittatinny 14-7, as I mentioned. At the half, Christian Copen on a call in Allendale. It is all Highlanders. Northern Highlands 36-0 at the half, already in running clock over Hackensack at the half. At the half in Somerville, a very interesting game between two extremely young teams, although one of them, the visitors who are up, are a little bit more experienced than the others. That's Montgomery, who are up 8-6 over Somerville. 14-7 at the half. Caldwell scored a late touchdown in the Battle of Caldwell. They lead over West Essex, who will be coming here next week. We'll have the call on Big State Sports. Lakeland Regional and hosting West Essex. And it is 6-0 in the second quarter. Morris Catholic beating Holy Trinity from New York. Good return up the middle of the field. And a good gain by Connolly inside the 30. That's where Jefferson will start their offense. Brought to you by Open Road Mazda of Morristown. First-time car buyers, listen up. Open Road Mazda of Morristown has your back. Discover affordable, dependable vehicles for less than $15,000, backed by a rock-solid 5-day money-back guarantee. Drive with confidence. Drive with Open Road Mazda of Morristown. Click or link below for more details. Late in the first half, it is 28-0 Mount Olive, by the way, in Randolph on Randolph senior night. Roxbury, and that's their home opener. In Roxbury's home opener, 1:30 left in the first half. It's only 14-7 Sparta, as a nice gain out to the 25-yard line. Jefferson will meet Sparta in the epic battle of Sparta Mountain as Cummings goes forward for a couple yards at the end of the season. Lakeland met him last week and lost 34-7 in Sparta. So Sparta has a late lead in the first half, 14-7 as we mentioned in Succossana. That's a wild place to play. Another Patriot Red one for you. 37 seconds to go in the first half. It's Vernon 14-0 in the Battle of Vikings at Parsippany Hills. Handoff to the outside. Here comes Cruz. Cruz looking for a block. He slides over midfield, and he's taken down inside the Lakeland 45-yard line. What a run by Stephen Cruz. Well, they motored the jet sweep to the weak side. Rugova couldn't come off his block. There's a nice block by Coxis before Post comes back to tackle Cruz. And now Jefferson's offense will motor up with Eric Hockenberg, the junior. Hockenberg stamps his foot, motion comes, and we've got movement, and it looks like a false start on the Falcons.
False start.
That's what it appears to be. It is a false start on Jefferson, and it will be backwards movement for the Falcons. Just like that. So a first and long. By the way, Zach Smollen's call at wonderful Wilkins Field. Mountain Lakes and Hanover Park in a key game. It is 14-14 between two teams that went to sectional finals last year. Motion comes the other way. Hockenberg hands it off to Cummings, who moves his feet but is taken down after a minimal gain. Thoreau, one of the many Lancers on the stop there. Also in a great game for the division in our one NJIC match, or one of two NJIC matchups, is that we have St. Mary's Rutherford driving, 16 seconds to go in the first half. It is 13-8. Woodridge, though, the Gales won the division last year. Faking the give. Hockenberg is sacked by Joey Hans. Let's look at that. Unblocked, comes off the corner blitz and wraps up Eric Hockenberg. What a play. I mean, he bull rushes by Lighty, getting some help by Arbor Rugova, and just takes down Hockenberg.
Third and long.
Eric Hockenberg, who has thrown the ball, and it was a great throw to the end zone that they deemed incomplete. We're looking at the feet, though, on that 4th and goal. It looked like it may have been in, but it was not the call. Preferred blitz. Hockenberg rolls out incomplete, looking for Jason Post. An immediate, incredible defensive play made by Nick Napovier, the senior. What a play by him, and we'll watch that again. He just jams Jason Post off the slot, and Jefferson is lined up to punt. Severs back to receive with 9:31 to go in this third quarter. A couple more as well have hit the half. 7-6 Lenape Valley over Newton right now at the half. They upset the Patriots last year. That is almost blocked. Fair caught by Severs. Oh, that's got to be a penalty. I think did he fair catch the ball? No, he did not. They said he did not. I initially thought he waved his hand in the air, but no, he just had his hand by his hip and got clocked the minute he caught the ball. Good punt defense. It's been good special teams by Jefferson. And so the Falcons have stayed around in this game. That's 20-6, 9:21 to play in the third quarter. Lakeland now with the football. And there's Struble, who's rushed for a touchdown, thrown for a touchdown. He's thrown for 2 touchdowns this season. And here's the great thing for Lakeland. Next year, it's like, oh, do we return a quarterback that's starting and playing quality football? They return 2. Struble fakes the give to Farris, and he's going to go up the gut, but Jefferson seems to really be good at diagnosing that. I believe it was Lighty again. Yes, the junior Remy Lighty with the stop for Jefferson. Either they spot that. And we got 7:22 to go in the second quarter. It is all Wolfpack in Chester. 28-0 West Morris Central, a touchdown away from making it running clock up against Morristown. As we said at the top of the show, they're trying to go to 3-0 for the first time since 2022. Farris in motion. Here is Struble looking that way. He's got Ryan Farris close to the sticks. A nice catch by Farris as he swung out of bounds, and it is a first down for the Lancers. What a nice route. It's those hot routes again that they continue to run offensively. And Ryan Farris with a nice catch down the seam, and Lakeland moves the chains. 20-6 in favor of the Lancers. Post comes back. We'll talk about their next games, both that we have on our air. Jefferson will start a 2-game homestand, starting with next week hosting Vernon, then the week after that hosting Whippany Park. Lakeland's after this drive. Handoff inside zone for Hans. He's taken down. I will be on the call for Lakeland's next 2 games as well. Lakeland hosts West Essex, who they lost to in large fashion last year here in Wanacue. West Essex, a team that, if the score holds at Bonnell Field, is going to come into this game 0-3. I don't know the last time West Essex was 0-3. It's got to be at least 20 to 30 years down the road. I mean, Randolph's losing by 28. Randolph hasn't been 0-3 in the 21st century. So you got a lot of changes here in 2025. And then Lakeland will be on the road from beautiful Hamilton Field in Dover. I was at the game last night. Dover lost 51-13 to Lakeland's arch rival West Milford. Here's Struble. Struble stands in the pocket. A high catch. It is caught at midfield. What a grab by Ryan Farris. A one-handed snag behind his back. And you talk about dexterity. Look at that catch. Shades of the former Montclair Mountie, David Tyree. My goodness. What a catch by Ryan Farris. I mean, that was incredible. Just shelved it off the shoulder cap. Ball at midfield for the Lancers. 6:40 and change to go in this third quarter. They're moving the football. Jefferson shows blitz. Hans on the sweep. He'll get a couple. And it'll be second and manageable. Good hit there. Also, we should note, late in the second quarter, surprising score from Parsippany. 7-6 Pequannock against the Redhawks. So that's interesting score there, and look at some of the non-Big State scores if we can. I mean, I know everyone, not on our air, but I know a lot of people. I've been paying attention to what's been going on in Atco in Camden County. I believe the game's final between Winslow Township, number 14. As here's a throw over the middle. He's got Post. Post slides to the 35. A nice gain for Zach Post as he runs the slant beautifully. And that's a great throw by Struble and a great gain by Post. But as we were mentioning, that is the number 5 team in the country, in the state, Winslow Township, going up against the number 16th team in the country, number 1 in the state, Bergen Catholic. Walker Snee played well last week. The freshman with commits, offers to Ole Miss and Marshall, as well as West Virginia. Under center is Struble. No real what's here as Struble fakes the give. He is hit, and he finds Vanderwart, but Vanderwart is decked immediately by Cruz, who's been pretty good defensively. Great hit by Stephen Cruz to send that man backwards. It was a pretty good play there going out to Vanderwart. Some good seniors that Jefferson does have a couple of. I believe Post has an offer to play lacrosse at Moravian. Here is Struble throwing one high, looking for Severs. It is incomplete, and I don't see any flags. A nice throw. Pascas with good coverage for Jefferson, but we're seeing that bomb of a ball that man can throw. And I watched a little bit at the half of what Caldwell was doing to West Essex. It was a lot of underneath routes, which is what Lakeland excels at, but they also will go over the top with the go route. Remember Lakeland's last win in this building? Who would forget me standing in this same spot watching Aiden Thacker run 65 yards on a go route from Colin Sabrick, who now in Susquehanna. We have another Susquehanna note, actually, dealing with this game, along with Connor Consiglio, who's not playing in this game in a second. Falcons show blitz. Big third down here. Struble. Struble stepping up. Struble arcs one. It's high. It's incomplete. You got to throw the perfect ball. He had Post looking for his first career touchdown, but it will be a decision for Ryan McCarney. And Ryan McCarney has looked like Dan Campbell for most of his young career with Lakeland. They like to go for it on fourth down, and they like to go for it throughout the air. And I didn't see a decision to go punt team. It was not that. Thoreau's on the sideline, which Thoreau on the field wouldn't tell you if they're punting, but Thoreau on the sideline tells you they're not. They may try to draw him off here, but they might go for this. 4th and 9, 4:20 to go in the third quarter. It's been a long drive for the Lancers, provided by Blue Nail Exteriors. Here's a throw over the middle. He's got Severs. Don't know if he was there for the sticks. He did not get there. Jefferson takes over. It was a quick throw. Did not allow Severs to immediately get to his progressions, so he is short of the yardage, and Jefferson takes over with 4:13 to play in the third quarter. But a long drive for Lakeland. Didn't provide any points, but you saw a lot of growing of this young team definitively here, and we'll see what Jefferson does offensively. Gage, a great guy, a great coach, another guy that I know well.
Ball at the 27-yard line for Jefferson.
Matt Sakis, known very well too. Known him since my childhood, and he gets so much out of his team. Handoff inside, it's coming. Going to burst ahead for a solid gain for the Falcons. Good hit. And so I'll give you the stats. So Consiglio over 2,000 yards last year. First quarterback in Jefferson history under Jim Matsakis to throw for 2,000 yards since Ryan McCarney's old quarterback in 2002. Another Susquehanna alum, Tony Irizarry, who actually happens to be my big brother. Handoff to Cummings, and he is stopped immediately. Severs and Thoreau on the stop for Lakeland. That was the last time that Matsakis got to the postseason with Jefferson. Only made the playoffs once with Jefferson, 2002, as we mentioned. Garino, McCarney, Irizarry took them to the state championship to Flanders back in the 2002 Group 3 North 2 state title game. As Hockenberg hands the ball up the gut. And Cummings stopped. What a play by Tanner Wallace, the Ghost Rider. What a hit by him, his first tackle of the game, and it's a big one. And Lakeland makes it a 4th down. Quick note on that, though, that story. I noticed in the Sparta-Montville game, Dan Cleary was talking about that game. One of the coldest he's ever been, whatever. I was at the game, but I was 2, so I have no idea. But I have been told it was Ice Age out there, and one of the great games in playoff history that included many different coaches as players and coaches. And now over 20 years later, trying a jet sweep, a double pass. Connolly has the man, it's Coxis, incomplete, and Lakeland takes over on downs. If he has Coxis, that double pass, and they ran a double pass earlier in the year against High Point. I believe Cruz threw it. Yeah, he threw a double pass that they missed on in the end zone against High Point. But this time, the double pass goes awry, and Lakeland takes over at the Jefferson 34 with 2:26 to go in the third quarter. 20-6 still, Lakeland. Lancers want to punch this into the end zone. We know that. Without a doubt about it. Struble in the gun. Man in the backfield, that's Hans. By the way, 7:50 to go in the third quarter. It's all Ramapo, 31-7 in Ridgewood. They fake the give to Hans. Here's Struble, now to the 30. Struble to the 25, gets a good block. He's taken inside the 15. Looked like it could have been a hold on post, but they don't call it, and Lakeland moved the chains. What a run there on the RPO. It's been RPO brilliance by that man. Hunter Struble, who's short of brilliant, I'm telling you. The Emperor has been absolutely prolific. And you think about the fact that Jefferson's been capitulating. He's had a couple of tenacious opportunities on the offensive side of the ball. The fortuitous bounces as well that they've had on special teams. And they played well at home. Struble in the shotgun, Hans in the backfield. Struble fakes the give. Struble cutting up field. He gets solid gain, but not much, as he was already going to be taken down initially by Remy Lighty, who's been really good for the Falcons. I've liked Remy Lighty. He's been a really strong defensive player, very sound at how he's attacked the football. 1:20 and change to go in the third quarter here. They are at the end of the third quarter, by the way, 14-7, still high point. And we have timeout taken by the Falcons, so that'll be their first. And let's thank once again our friends at the Lakeland Fifth Quarter Club, and they would like to thank our 2025 sponsors. Thanks Sam's Bar and Grill. I know they're loving this game right now down the street at Sam's Bar and Grill, as well as Il Palazzo, a wonderful restaurant too, for being our Lancer sponsors, and Eric Afakan Investment Advisor, and Cisco Contracting. And we'd like to mention that this Lakeland offensive drive, to really put Jefferson in a precarious position, it is crunch time. Powered by Top Mental Game, struggling with confidence, inconsistency, and playing scared and tight. Learn how to unlock your potential and perform at your best when it matters the most with Top Mental Game. Get the same personalized tools that professional athletes use to play with confidence, increase resilience, and build a champion's mindset. Visit topmentalgame.com to schedule your free consultation. And if you like this broadcast, please subscribe to Big State Sports on our YouTube channel and hit the notification bell. Book your game with Big State Sports now. Email Sue at bigstatesports.com. Struble is in the pistol now with Joey Hans on a second down coming up for Lakeland. By the way, we got 2:13 to go in the fourth quarter. Still Bridgewater rounded up 27-21 against Knowles. RPO. Here comes Struble. He gets close to the sticks. Not enough, but again, a good gain. And now a big third down coming up for Lakeland.
Under a minute to go.
By the way, through the third quarter, it is 31-14 Iona Prep beating Paramus Catholic. So interesting there, one of the few teams along with Don Bosco of Catholic schools that have lights, and Paladins are a really strong team. Whenever you play a team like Iona Prep from New York, that's obviously a tough task. Struble in the shotgun, claps his hands, fakes the give to Hans. He's going to do it again. RPO, breaks the tackle inside the 5, and that's going to be enough for a first down, as he'll cut inside the 4, and first and goal as the final seconds, and that's gonna do it, I would think, now for this third quarter. And yes, so Lakeland is knocking on the door, ready to kick it down and throw away the lock and key and the bolt. It is 20-6 Lancers after the end of the third quarter. Jefferson are backed up defensively as they switch fields. We'll be back on Big State Sports.
Routine, working all night. Ah, those beautiful faces. I wanted more. For me, for them, for our futures. There was this day that something changed. A simple moment of dress-up. It opened my eyes.
Take charge of your future and go big at CCM.
and goal.
Welcome back to the Manuel Barrett broadcast booth. Lakeland knocking on the door. 21-14 Piscataway in the fourth quarter over Old Bridge. Here's Struble, RPO. Struble shoving forward. He's going to get a solid gain, but not enough to get into the end zone. Way Livingston all over Milburn at Milburn, 35-7. That's huge at the half. Ramsey 28, 13, Mahwah 13 in Mahwah. Ramsey will be here in Lakeland's final home regular season game on, I believe, October 10th. We will be here for the call on that. But the Rams are winning at the half. Only 14-7 St. Joseph Metuchen against Union. So the Farmers, who went 2-7 and missed the playoffs after being in one-score game in every game of the season, are hanging in against the best, one of the best non-public schools in their conference. Finished second in their third in their conference behind Phillipsburg and St. Thomas Aquinas. RPO, here is Struble pushing his way. He scores! Touchdown, Lancers! Once again!
2 touchdowns on the ground.
It's Struble once again. It's the Emperor. He struck back. A great play by him, diving into the end zone, and it's a 20-point lead for Lakeland.
26. Jefferson 6.
What a nice play out of the pistol. This RPO has been working wonders for Lakeland. And Hunter Struble, 2 passing touchdowns, 1 rushing touchdown. Who will have the Blue Nail exterior player of the game? Will it be him? Kick on its way. It is right down Broadway. Redemption for the extra point being blocked. 27-6. A 21-point lead for this Lakeland team. They are really cruising right now. 11:01 to go. Jefferson is going to get a shot at this ball here. I'm going to see what they do. Jefferson has all 3 timeouts, trailing by 21. And again, it's been a long time since Jefferson last beat Lakeland. Lakeland has won the last couple of games with them, and really, really strong team Lakeland is. And we forgot to mention it all game. I got to mention it now. The UPR rankings on Gridiron, that goes live on either Monday or Tuesday. It might be a Wednesday as well. And that's, the playoff rankings. We haven't had that through week 0 and week 1. But that goes live. So these games really start to be big. Remember, Jefferson's a Group 2, Lakeland's a Group 2. So that's a group game that you're playing. Then you got Group 3, West Essex. Then you got Group 4, Dover. Group 3, West Milford. As this is a line drive, it's taken out of the end zone by Cruz. They say he touched, so it'll be a touchback. So Cruz is not able to return. But yeah, and then West Milford to Group 3. You got 2 Group 2s in Ramsey and Vernon, and then you end the season with another Group 3 in Passaic Valley, who have been barnstorming the gates. I mean, they've been a really strong team when you think about the Hornets and what they're able to do. They're playing Wayne Valley tonight. They, I believe, won last year a crazy game against the Indians. But, when they got Chris Benaquista, who is the West Essex coach, who knows how to play them so well. It's hard. Hokenberg has a man. It's caught down the sideline. A solid gain, and there are an army of Lancers after him. Closing on 10:45 and change to go in the fourth quarter, 27-6. Lakeland still holds this lead. So pretty good gain, as we said. And we have to see what they want to do here as Hokenberg throws one looking for Coxis, and it's incomplete. Great coverage by Stoker, and yet another third down for the Falcons.
Jefferson.
So Jefferson facing a long third down now, backed up in their own territory. And Lakeland starting to really drive the football. We have a final score, by the way, in Atco. We'll get to you right after the snap. Hokenberg throwing high, caught, and a first down and more. He never went down the sideline. What a run! What a play! It's Jason Post. He's going to score. Ave Maria! Touchdown Jefferson. Jason Post, and they're alive yet. Jason Post kept moving his feet. He never got caught downstage. What a call. And that is a great play by Jason Post, who goes absolutely prolifically down the sideline with great speed. The Lancers fans already yelling back at the fans of my alma mater, Jefferson. Now, a scoreboard, we're still leading, but this game is not over in any sense of the word. 9:45 to go. Falcons going for two right now. It's 27-12 in favor of the locals. Hulkenberg throws, wide open, Cruz! 2-point conversion is good. And now it is 27-14, and ladies and gentlemen, we have a ball game from Wanacue. What a play call. And now Jefferson, I don't think you go onside kick here, but I am never surprised with Jimmy Matsakis. Never. This guy was running air raid offenses before it existed. I mean, let me take you back to everybody. We know that Wes Morris runs the wing T and all that. He came in 1999 to Jefferson, and he was running an air raid when there were NFL teams still using the wing T. This guy is an inventor of the sport, especially in high school football. I like to think of him as the Chargers coach from the 70s, whose name escapes me, and I will look up at a stoppage to get the name on that. Also, we were mentioning at Atco, a final 41-14, Bergen Catholic over Winslow Township. It's to be expected, par for the course with the Crusaders, but they have beaten two out-of-state teams. They win their first in-state game, and so it's been all BC. Return at about the 25, now cut to the 20, 30, and at the 34-yard line is Chase Severs, brought down in a strong way. A couple of Falcons there. I believe Connolly, with the stop on that one. And he's been, again, a super strong defensive player, as we talk about. And Lakeland's had to deal with their defense. Shotgun snap for Struble. Fakes the throw, handoff to Hans. Hans still on his feet. Joey Hans inside the 40. A great gain for Joey Hans. And it looked like he was going to maybe lose yards. And he gets a couple of good blocks, makes a side swipe by the linebacker, Jack Reed, who's also the kicker and tailback, and makes it second and short. By the way, Chris Benaquisto weaving his magic against the team he's so successful against. 35-7, Wayne Valley with 8:45 left just down the way against Passaic Valley. I mean, sometimes you just know the team. Rick DeBonta has figured out Sparta. Chris Benaquisto just knows how to deal with Passaic Valley. I mean, that's something that he knows how to do. Here's Struble up the middle. Struble out to midfield. It's a first down for Lakeland as the clock continues to tick down. As Lakeland around midfield. And the Lancers want to chew clock, and they want probably to get back into the end zone. And we have a final. Bridgewater Raritan, after going 0-4, starting out 0-4 last year, but still being a top 4 team in their section because of their strong strength of schedule, have the same strength of schedule and are 3-0, 27-21 over Morris Knowles in Bridgewater. David Hastigan had a great game there, but what a final there.
Ball at midfield.
Shotgun snap, Struble. Struble, RPO, he's taken down by Lighty, who's just been really electric in this game. It'll be second down for Lakeland, and as they've been so strong in this game, running the football, especially on the RPO, and we will have our Blue Nail Exterior player of the game coming up very soon. Well, Lakeland, as we said, will be back here at 6:30 p.m. here in Wanacue.
2nd and 10 from midfield.
Up against West Essex. You have to check the score on that.
Timeout, Lakeland.
And we have a timeout taken by the Lancers, and we're going to take a quick break here on Big State Sports. That is Lakeland's first 7-11 to go, with a big second down coming. We'll be right back on Big State Sports. Lakeland 27, Jefferson 12.
This is George Muha, and you're watching Big State Sports.
Here at Open Road Cadillac.
Welcome back to the Metal Barrett PC broadcast booth. Correction, I don't know why I didn't think about the two-point conversion. 27-14, of course. Cruz got 2 points in the two-point conversion attempt. Here's Struble in the shotgun. Struble, low snap. Struble throws over the middle. It is caught once again by Severs. Chase Severs past the 40, and there goes the Wizard swimming his way through. It's a first down for Lakeland. Well, a nice rifle throw over the middle by the Emperor Hunter Struble, and just a nice
Under 7 minutes to go.
snipe there right to the chest. I mean, he just put that in the bucket, as we talked about. I mean, what else are you going to do in that situation? You can't throw it over his head. You got to throw it right into the breadbasket. And Struble understood that. Struble in a pistol. Thoreau stands up at the line of scrimmage now. Comes back out into the slot. And they've got Hans. And it's Struble, a keeper. Bowls his way forward, but not much on the gain, as he tried to go off tackle there. Well, Lakeland brings in Farris for Thoreau. Second down and long now for Lakeland. At the Jefferson 40, under 6 minutes to go in the game. Let's go Lakeland, the chant here in Wanacue. Farris in the slot along with Severs. Sabrick on the bottom of your screen. We've not really seen a lot of Ryan Sabrick. Struble steps up. Struble. He's going to think about throwing. He's going to run. And Struble is going to get a good gain. I thought about standing in the pocket, but he's hit by Reed, and now it's going to be a third down, and we're going to have a timeout here taken by the Falcons with 5:27 to go. We'll take another quick break on Big State Sports. 27-14 Lancers. They're driving, but the Falcons trying to stop them here. Just called a timeout. We'll be back.
Make sure we find the right car for you.
The 2025 Cadillac Lyriq, now for the limited time price of only $529 a month. Open Road Cadillac of Morristown in Florham Park, New Jersey.
Welcome to Big State Sports. I'm Frankie Sabila, and you're watching Lakeland football.
Athletic Fields of America in Montville, New Jersey has become an industry leader in synthetic turf. Serving the greater New York, New Jersey, and Eastern PA regions, we have delivered hundreds of both synthetic turf and natural grass sports fields for youth and recreational levels, all the way up to the highest standards and requirements of the NCAA. Our goal with every project is to provide our customers with exceptional workmanship, extraordinary service, and professional integrity while constructing a superior product that you can enjoy for years to come. Visit athleticfieldsofamerica.com.
Welcome back to Big State Sports. Here is Struble. He fakes the give to Farris, and the RPO is read directly by Jefferson. And the Falcons are immediately going to take a timeout. It's going to be a 4th down now for Lakeland with 5:14 to go. We'll stay here. And we want to mention again, Blue Nail Exteriors. That is our player of the game. Could it be Hunter Struble? Maybe Roland Thoreau? And you have to stay and find out. Well, mention again that Vision General Construction is helping us out here, and our mission is to provide a comprehensive construction service that will always exceed our customers' expectations. Competitive pricing on time delivery, seamless coordination and attention to detail will be key on every job we put our name on. The Lakeland Fifth Quarter Club would also like to thank some of our 2025 sponsors. Thanks Sam's Bar and Grill as well as El Palazzo for being our Lancer sponsors, and Eric and Eric Afakan, investment advisor in Sesco Contracting, as well as Open Road Mazda of Morristown. As we continue to look at a lot of scores going around, I was interested in finding the Wayne Hills Nutley score and the Malcolm X Shabazz St. Peter's Prep score. No dice on those, though. Play action fake. Struble looking for Severs. Just behind him. Incomplete. And it's going to be Jefferson taking over on downs. It was a nice play. Severs was open, but he misses the ball behind him. And now Jefferson's got a shot with 5:09 to go, down 27-14. It's been a good competitive game. It was a one-score game at one time when it was 7-6 Lakeland. Lakeland went down the field, scored Joey Hans, and then the quick return by Connolly. Connolly with a touchdown post. Hokenberg throws short, looking for Connolly down the sideline. Great gain for him so far, and he gets a great gain for himself. We're under 5 minutes to go. 27-14 Lakeland. Lakeland continuing to work offensively, defensively, excuse me. He fumbles the snap as Hokenberg. He is actually figuring something out, and he spins to midfield. His knee is down before Tanner Wallace knocked the ball out. Hokenberg, as defensively Lakeland was pursuing on him, he dropped the football. Thoreau nearly gets him, but a good block, and then look at the pursuit of Wallace, but still Hokenberg just not wanting to go down. Empty backfield for him. He steps up to pass. Hokenberg over the head of Jason Post. So it'll be 2nd and long now for Jefferson. As we mentioned, the Falcons have been very much on their purpose here.
2nd down.
Hokenberg in the shotgun, 4:19 to go. Hokenberg steps up, throws a screen over to Cruz. Cruz crosses midfield. Cruz is taken down and the helmet's bolted off and a flag is down. And I might be on Walker. I mean, he got hit hard, Cruz. And he'll have to come off for a play, we believe. That's the rule in college. I believe that's also the rule in high school. They're addressing where they want the flag to be. By the way, we have a final. Garfield 26-0. They shut out Leonia. So there's that. We mentioned the 27-21 win by Bridgewater Raritan.
To the 35-yard line, it'll be 1st and 10 with 4:12 to go.
Shotgun snap for Hokenberg. Hokenberg, empty backfield. Hokenberg airs one out to the corner. Caught by Jason Post. Here's Post inside the 10, and it's an Open Road Mazda of Morristown. 1st and goal for the Falcons. What a throw to that man, Jason Post, who's had an incredible game. He caught a touchdown earlier. He caught a touchdown last week in West Milford. And Jason Post gets the ball to the Lancer 6-yard line. They're going no huddle. Hokenberg in the gun. Empty backfield. Hokenberg going that way to the corner. Jason Post mosses him. Touchdown, Jefferson. Oh, my word. Singing snakes. What a play. What a catch by Jason Post. They went right back to him. And Napovier did his best, but Nicky couldn't make the play on the tremendous receiver. And suddenly we have a one-score game with 3:45 to go.
Looks like Jefferson will again go for 2.
They're going to go for 2, which would put them within 5. So that's fine for them. Hokenberg throws high, tipped, intercepted by Joey Hans, and he would score. But remember, in high school, they don't allow the 2-point conversion on the extra points. They just, for whatever reason, the NCAA doesn't allow it. It would have been a touchdown, but anyway you slice it, it's still a 7-point game.
Jefferson 23, 45 to go.
Now the Falcons have no timeouts. They don't have to do an onside kick here, although you would think it would behoove them. So we'll see the Hands team probably come out for Lakeland. 3:45 left, a 27-20 lead. By the way, we have a final from J.P. Stevens, 45-8 Voorhees. So it's been all Vikings, and I believe they're 3-0 after having a tough start last year.
Will kick off.
Reed will kick off for Jefferson.
Edward Pasnick back to receive.
As Ed Pasnick is back to receive, the quarterback who started the season as a starter but is the backup, and they're going to go an onside kick. And Sabrick, I think, got it at the 45. And he did. Ryan Sabrick, what a play. If we can see that back. Okay, well, I will be our replay. And Ryan Sabrick slides like a shortstop off his far knee to recover the ball. And now the Lancers need a couple first downs, and they're going to come away with a big win against the Jefferson team that, yes, had some injuries, but really have some offensive weapons, namely that man Jason Post. By the way, a final. They didn't get the shutout, but Northern Highlands all over Hackensack. I believe it's 6 straight wins for the Highlanders, 36-7 over Hackensack. 6 straight wins against the Comets I was referring to. They're going to hand it off to Hans. Joey Hans, a solid gain, and he's close to midfield as the clock will continue to run. Well, we have a final from High Point Kittatinny. I know Kittatinny had a chance in that game. High Point was about to ice it, and then they fumbled the ball. I don't know what happened since then as Severs comes back into motion. And it is over. High Point hangs on, 14-7 over Kittatinny. Tough, but the Wildcats are 3-0 again.
Clock ticking towards 3 minutes.
By the way, Caldwell just scored. It's 20-14 against West Essex. 4:07 to go in the third quarter. Remember, West Essex is the next team for Lakeland. Good run for Struble, and he is close to the sticks.
Ball right at
They know they need to move the chains, though. This is huge. Lakeland with a gigantic play here. There's no 2-minute warning in high school football. There is in college, which I'll be honest, I'm not a fan of. But there is in that. In college, obviously the UFL, the XFL, the NFL, the CFL, but not in high school football. Shotgun snap. Oh, Struble loses it, but picks it back up, and Struble may have just won Lakeland the ball game. Struble dropped the snap, picked it up, and he had his head on a swivel, and he may have just won the game for the locals.
Under 2 minutes to go.
Under 2 minutes to go. I mean, probably still need to get another first down, but Lakeland very much possibility to get a home win here. Lancers were really strong at home last year. Only 2 losses in this building against Sparta and Passaic Valley, 2 Group 3 teams that were top 5 teams in their sections. Neither got past the sectional final, though. Struble will take the knee, and the clock is continue to run here. Remember, the Falcons have no timeouts. They're going to go to 0-3. They will face Vernon next week. Let's see what Vernon is up to. Vernon is still up only 14-0 in Parsippany against Parsippany Hills.
1 minute remaining.
So not sure what's going to happen there. Lakeland about to go to 2-1. They'll rocket up Group 2 with a big win here against Jefferson, and they will have West Essex, who, as we said, are losing at the moment 21-14 against Caldwell at Bonnell Field in the Battle of Caldwell. One that Caldwell hasn't won at home since 21. Struble takes another knee down. And Hunter Struble gets a big hug from Zach Post. He gets congratulations from his teammates, and he's getting a Bluedale Exteriors Player of the Game shirt. Hunter Struble is our player of the game, and Lakeland wins it 27-20. They'll be back here against West Essex. Not sure what record they will be, but the West Essex Knights are coming to Wanacue. We will have that game. Jefferson going back for a 2-game homestand of their own up against currently 1-1 Vernon, but the Falcons will fall to 0-3, 0-2 in their division. And Lakeland will jump up in the division. Now they are 1-1 in division play. Wins against Governor Livingston and Jefferson, 1 loss against Sparta. And we'll see what they can do next week against the West Essex Knights. I will be on the call right here from Wanacue. Hopefully you enjoy all the festivities. Enjoy some of the games. Enjoy the Battle of Caldwell. Enjoy Roxbury's home opener and Randolph's. And we'll see you tomorrow. There'll be some great games. I'll be doing some media coverage from Pompton Lakes. It's going to be fun. Hopefully you join us from Big State Sports. Peter Fivefoot on the call here in Lakeland. Once again, the Lancers 27, Jefferson 20. Happy football, everybody. Inside their end zone here. Struble claps his hands it off to Hans. Hans pulling forward. Joey Hans, touchdown Lakeland. Ave Maria, what a run by Joey Hans. Ended up being the go-ahead score. It is taken by Connolly, cuts up at the 15, tries to slice down the sideline. Connolly down the sideline. Connolly looking for a convoy. There goes Connolly. 30, 20, 10, 5, touchdown. Steps up. Fakes the give. Here he goes again. Gets a block. Struble to the 10. 5. Touchdown. The Emperor strikes back. Touchdown Hunter Struble. What a play. Stoker in the backfield. Here's Struble stepping up. Throwing. High. It's caught. Did he break the plane? Touchdown. It's the Wizard. Chase Severs. 3 consecutive games. Finished second in their third in their conference behind Phillipsburg and St. Thomas Aquinas. RPO, here is Struble pushing his way. He scores! Touchdown, Lancer! Down the sideline. What a run! What a play! It's Jason Post. He's going to score. Ave Maria! Touchdown! 7-12 in favor of the locals. Hulkenberg throws wide open. Cruz! 2-point conversion is good. And to the Lancer 6-yard line. They're going no huddle. Hulkenberg in the gun. Empty backfield. Hulkenberg going that way to the corner. Jason Post! Moss is